In the previous lessons, we've talked a lot about HTML and CSS and JavaScript, and now we're finally getting to the one last big piece of AJAX, which is XML. XML stands for Extensible Markup Language. But what it is at its core is a way of showing data in a text format that's parsable by scripting languages, but also one that people can look at. It's not put together in some binary format that only computers can use. Actual people can look at this and understand it. So let's look at some. This is an XML file. For those of you following along with the files, this is in the AJAX folder, chapter 02/04/us-states.xml. Just an XML file opened up in a text editor. Starts off with a tag called choices, and we're saying it's XML and it's in English language. And there are 50 items in here, as you might guess. Each one has a label, which is a state name, and a value, which is its 2-character code. So we have item, label, value, item, label, value, item, label, value, and so on, all the way down to Wyoming. This file happens to be in alphabetical order by state name. And this is all there is to a simple XML file. So all we have to do is load this in, so let's see how it looks in Firefox. And the nice thing is, Firefox doesn't actually just dump it out on the screen or refuse to open it up. What it says is, hey, this is an XML file. You didn't give me any style information about it, so I'm just going to show you what I can show you, which it refers to as the document tree. So you see the same things below that we saw in the text editor, but now we have a little bit more functionality, interestingly enough. For instance, where we had an item Alabama, we can now click on the minus and close it up. Now it's a plus. Open it up again by clicking on the plus. So we can fold things up if we want to, just make sure things balance out the way we'd expect them to. Or I can close up the entire file and so we can see that it's begin and end choices. But that's not the only thing that Firefox can do with an XML file. So once again, we're going to go into the DOM inspector. And we can see here that, again, it thinks it's a document. And it thinks it's a document because it actually is a document. When we're talking about the document object model, we're not only talking about things on a web page. We're talking about things in any kind of document. XML, just another kind of document. It's in a form that a browser can parse and that scripting languages can parse and understand. And so when we want to go in and look at this XML file via JavaScript, we can do that because we can see that it has become a JavaScript object. You can see, for instance, that this JavaScript object has a local name of value. Let's go and see what the value is. And we open it up. And this value has data of AL. Because it's XML, JavaScript can get at it. Because it's XML, it actually has an object model. And then because we have XML and JavaScript together, we can do the same things with XML that we've been doing with a regular web page. For instance, we can do get element by ID because JavaScript knows how to get things with an ID, and because the XML is in the object model, we can use tags and IDs to retrieve information out of it. So we don't have to go looking through every single possible item. We just say, get this particular ID and get that value. This is an important concept in understanding why browsers and AJAX use XML as their way of getting data. Now that we know more about XML and why we want to use XML, we're going to start looking at XML HTTP requests and how JavaScript requests that XML and what it does with it once it has it.